When Dodge turned their 80s Econobox into a super sleeper, imagine a car that everyone ignored, parked in the corner of the lot, laughed at for its small engine and bland design, but secretly it had the potential to shock the world. Dodge took one of its 1980s Econoboxes and transformed it into a super sleeper, a car that could outrun dreams. Let's rewind to the 1980s. Dodge wasn't exactly known for making glamorous cars. Most of its lineup was practical, fuel-efficient, and honestly a bit boring. The world was filled with flashy muscle cars like Mustangs and Camaros, and here came Dodge, quietly producing small Econoboxes, cars like the Dodge Omni and Dodge Aries. They were reliable, yes, affordable, yes, but exciting? Not even close. The Econobox advantage. At first glance, these Econoboxes were unremarkable. Small, boxy, nothing about them screamed speed. That's exactly why Dodge realized they were perfect for a sleeper, a car that looks innocent but can unleash raw power when you least expect it. While everyone was buying flashy sports cars, the savvy few started tinkering with the Aries and Omni. These cars were lightweight, had simple mechanics, and were extremely versatile. In the world of performance tuning, lightness is power. Less weight meant that even modest horsepower could feel explosive. Engine upgrades, turning ordinary into extraordinary. The stock 80s Dodge engines weren't fast. Most of them had four-cylinder engines producing under 100 horsepower. But Dodge engineers, and a growing number of enthusiasts, discovered that these engines could be pushed far beyond their stock capabilities. With the right modifications, a Dodge Omni could handle turbochargers, fuel injection upgrades, and improved exhaust systems. Suddenly, what used to be a humble commuter car could launch from 0 to 60 in mere seconds. People on the street racing scene would see a bland Dodge and underestimate it, only to be completely shocked when it took off like a rocket. Dodge didn't just slap bigger engines in these Econoboxes. They optimized every part of the car for performance. Lightweight suspension tweaks, reinforced chassis, and improved brakes made these cars nimble, agile, and dangerous, despite their humble appearance. The birth of the super sleeper culture. The term super sleeper refers to cars that look ordinary but hide serious performance upgrades. Dodge didn't invent the concept, but they became pioneers in the 80s by turning the Omni and Aries into the perfect candidates. In a time when car culture was dominated by ostentatious muscle cars, the idea of secretly outperforming everyone was thrilling. Enthusiasts began to see Econoboxes as blank canvases. A car that people ignored in parking lots became the ultimate tool for one thing: shock value. Stories started circulating about drivers who pulled up to drag strips in Dodge Omni wagons and left muscle cars eating their dust. The excitement was addictive. The idea that your everyday grocery getter could suddenly dominate the competition gave the car community a sense of playful rebellion. The engineering genius behind the sleeper. What made Dodge's transformation possible was not just raw horsepower, it was clever engineering. The Econobox chassis was surprisingly sturdy, which meant it could handle performance modifications without collapsing under stress. Engineers also realized that balance was key. A powerful engine is useless if the car can't corner or stop. By reinforcing the frame, upgrading suspension components, and installing performance brakes, Dodge created a car that wasn't just fast in a straight line. It was controllable, responsive, and surprisingly fun to drive. This is where the true super sleeper magic happened. A car that looks mundane but drives like a finely tuned sports machine. It challenged assumptions and forced car enthusiasts to rethink what makes a car exciting. Cultural impact and underground fame. While Dodge never officially marketed these Econoboxes as performance cars, word spread fast in the underground racing scene. Street racers loved them because they were cheap, modifiable, and most importantly, underestimated by competitors. There's a psychological thrill in beating a car that everyone thought was slow. When a Dodge Omni passes a souped-up Camaro at a stoplight, it's more than a win, it's a statement. These cars became cult favorites among gearheads who appreciated innovation, strategy, and the thrill of surprise. Even outside the racing scene, the concept of the sleeper influenced car culture for decades. Dodge's ingenuity in turning an ordinary vehicle into a performance powerhouse inspired future generations of car tuners. It taught enthusiasts that looks can be deceiving and that clever engineering can triumph over brute force. The modding community explosion. As the 80s progressed, more and more Dodge owners embraced the potential of their Econoboxes. The modding community thrived. Turbo kits, suspension upgrades, engine swaps, and cosmetic tweaks became common. This wasn't just about speed, it was about creativity. Enthusiasts shared ideas, documented builds, and celebrated the idea of transforming something ordinary into extraordinary. The Dodge Econobox became a canvas for imagination, proving that even a boring car could become a masterpiece in the hands of someone who understood it. Dodge's legacy in the sleeper phenomenon today. The story of Dodge's Econobox sleepers isn't just a nostalgic memory, it's a lesson in innovation, perception, and daring to challenge the status quo. By taking something ordinary and turning it into something exceptional, Dodge left a mark on automotive culture. Today, the sleeper phenomenon is still alive. Enthusiasts continue to take unassuming cars and transform them into beasts that outperform exotic supercars. And while Dodge may not be the first name people think of when they imagine a sports car, in the underground world of speed and surprise, it earned legendary status. It reminds us that greatness isn't always obvious. Sometimes it's hidden in plain sight, waiting for someone clever enough to unlock its potential. Why this story resonates. At its core, the story of Dodge's 80s Econobox sleepers isn't just about horsepower, engines, or racing. It's about imagination, strategy, and challenging expectations. It's about looking at something that seems ordinary and seeing extraordinary potential. For car enthusiasts, this story is inspiring. For the rest of us, it's a metaphor. Greatness often hides where no one is looking, and sometimes the most unassuming package holds the power to shock the world. Conclusion. So next time you see a bland, boxy Dodge parked quietly on the street, don't judge it by its cover. Behind that modest exterior, there could be a sleeper capable of rewriting the rules, a reminder that true power doesn't always announce itself. The Econobox wasn't just a car. It was Dodge's secret weapon, a masterclass in ingenuity, and a legend that continues to inspire dreamers and gearheads alike. Don't forget to hit like, share, and subscribe for more.